Hello, welcome to In 5 Minutes. Next, I have a university problem from May 2015. Now, what we do first, whenever we get a problem, we identify the type of the transistor. In this is your base, emitter and collector. Arrow is always from P to N, so it is NPN type of transistor. Which type of configuration can say? Identify the base. This is your base, this is your emitter and this is your collector. Input is applied to the base and you are taking output from collector. So which terminal is left out is the common terminal, that is it is common emitter configuration. Is RE present in the circuit? We are not able to see any resistance in the emitter, so it is without RE. Which type of configuration you can say? We have studied different types of biasing. In this you can say part of the output, you can say collector to base, part of the output is fed to the input, so it is collector to base biasing, basic type. You need not identify, then also it is fine, but since it is seen from the circuit, I am telling you that is collector to base biasing. Now we need to find Zi, Zo, AV for 10 marks. So this was problem in the paper. We need to find the input impedance, output impedance and voltage gain. Now to start with the analysis, what we do, we draw the circuit under DC operating conditions. For that we remove AC sources and open circuit all capacitors. That means when we will open circuit this part will go out of the circuit, we are open circuiting, this part will go, we are open circuiting, this part will go, so you are left with the remaining part in the circuit. So how the circuit will look like under DC operating condition is like this. So what we need to do, we need to apply the KVL to the base emitter loop. So for that we need to find base emitter junction. So this is your base emitter junction. So we will start from this point, we'll go in this direction, then here and till here we will apply the KVL. That will be your base emitter loop. So what we write, we apply KVL to base emitter loop. So when you are applying KVL to base emitter loop, the equation will be directly you can write, that is IBQ, total resistance and total voltage sources in the numerator. Total voltage sources, you have 12 volts here, you have VBE here, we are living with positive sign, so total voltage 12 volts will be with a positive sign and VBE we have 0.7, so 12 minus 0.7 divided by total resistances. Now you have 3K, current flowing through 3K is IE, but we are writing IBQ. What we'll do, we'll multiply with 1 plus beta for the resistance 3 ohm. Since it is not given which type of resistance, so we directly write it as 3 into 10 raised to 3, that is 3 kilo ohms. Then 120 and 68 both are in series, so we can add them and we can write the total resistance as 188 kilo ohms, right? Beta given in the equation is 140, value of beta is 140 given in the question. So when you substitute this, you should get IBQ as 18.494 microampere. So you got the value of IBQ. Now once you know IBQ, you can find ICQ. Equation for ICQ is beta times IBQ, so you will get ICQ as 2.589 milliampere. Once you know ICQ, the parameters which you require for the AC analysis, we can find out R pi, which is nothing but beta times VT upon ICQ. Beta given is 140, VT we always take it as 26 millivolts, and ICQ we have found out it is 2.589 into 10 raised to minus 3. So this will give you R pi as 1.405 kilo ohms. Once you know R pi, you can find GM. GM is ICQ divided by VT, which is, you will get it as 99.57 milliampere per volt. Now you have got the values which you require for AC analysis. Since VA is not specified in the question, we need to take RO as infinite. Since VA is not given, we will not consider RO in the circuit. So these values are required for the AC equivalent circuit. Our next step, is to draw the circuit under AC condition. Under AC conditions, what we'll do, we remove all DC sources and we short circuit all capacitors. So this capacitor which was here has been short circuited. Capacitor which was here, you can see this capacitor is replaced with a short circuit. This capacitor is replaced with a short circuit, and this capacitor is replaced with a short circuit. So this is how the AC equivalent circuit is drawn, and the voltage source 12 volts is replaced with a ground. Now what we do after this, we just replace the transistor with its hybrid pi equivalent. Rest all things will remain as it is.